Good morning, everyone. I'm Councilman Rory Lansman, and it's a pleasure to be standing here with some civic leaders from Northeast Queens to talk about a very, very important issue for middle-class New Yorkers, middle-class homeowners in particular, but all middle-class New Yorkers. For about 10 years now, the city has been ripping off middle-class New Yorkers who pay water rates that are far in excess of what it costs to run our water and sewage system. And for years we've had our pockets picked by a city that has been voracious in trying to raise revenue from wherever it could. And the civic leaders who are with me here today represent homeowners, we represent small businesses, we represent people who live in co-ops and renters as well, who are sick and tired of being asked to pay more than our fair share for running the city's water and sewage system, and for being fleeced to add money to the city's general fund far beyond what is really appropriate and called for. Just to give you an example of the water rates that we pay here out in Queens, but throughout the city, and the increases that we have seen over the last 10 years. From 2005 to 2014, water rates have increased 78%. And the figures that they have gone up each year, as I read them, I think you'll find fairly shocking. Starting in 2005, 5.5% increase, 3% increase, 9.4%, 11.5%, 14.5% increase in 2009, 12.9%, 12.9%, 7.5%, 7%, and 5.6% in 2014. These are shocking increases. Now, when Mayor de Blasio was the public advocate and he was running for mayor, he had a very, very clear understanding of how this system was really abusing the rights and pocketbooks of middle-class New Yorkers. He said, and I quote, "For decades, the water system only charged customers what it needed to cover its costs. But now, anyone who pays a water bill is sending more and more of their money into the city's general budget. It's wrong, and it has to stop." And that was Public Advocate Bill de Blasio in April of last year when he was running for mayor. Last week, we had a hearing at the City Council. I serve on the Environmental Protection Committee, and we had the Department of Environmental Protection there sitting in front of us. And I asked them very directly, what does the mayor's budget do to address this wrong policy, which the mayor himself has said has to stop? And their answer was nothing. So we're calling on the mayor to end this abusive policy of ripping off water rate payers here in New York City, give some relief to middle-class New Yorkers, and have an honest and transparent process for raising revenue to pay for our water and sewage system. The city will be submitting its bill to the water board in the next few weeks, and the water board will be setting its rate that we as water rate payers are going to be paying sometime in May. So the mayor has it entirely within his authority. He does not need to go to Albany. He does not need to go to the city council. He just needs to make a decision to fulfill his campaign promise to treat water rate payers fairly and stop fleecing us to raise money for the general fund.